go with, I always put this in my horror thing. Alright, so going to, let's see here, I want to remove. Okay. Now, the next game I have on the docket is a cute game that I actually really like, and I've played it all the way through. It is a dating game. Let me load it up here. It is a dating game, but it is free in Steam right now. It's called The Cinderella Phenomenon, and it is one of my absolute favorites. If it would load up. There we go. It is a cute game where... What? Oh, for some reason the game's not loading. There we go. Okay, why are you... Oh, there we go. Capture, okay. Are you kidding me right now? It closed? It must have crashed. Okay, give me a second, people. I'll just... Slight... This is frustrating. This is what happens when you play a bunch of games in succession. Come on. Mythica, come on, honey. There we go. For some reason, it's not showing. Oh, wait, I got it. Please stop crashing. For some reason, it doesn't like me leaving the game. Alright, this should be the last time. I am so sorry, everybody. This is probably incredibly boring. Come on. There we go. Please work. There we go. Yes! Okay, I got it. Alright, so this is one of my favorite games to play. It is called The Cinderella Phenomenon. It is free on Steam. I can turn down the sound in a bit.
In a monochrome world, working from the side through her lonely eyes. It reflects the ocean and stars, but her cry echoes around the simple loss of love in her heart, making this
each character is modeled after a fairy tale.
And sorrow's tender embrace. This was never meant to happen.
Karma is so awesome. I love him. He's actually the only one I think I haven't dated, Rumpelstiltskin.
Hear me sing my song and just keep holding on. Cinderella, why don't you stay with me tonight? We will dance until midnight comes and we could run away. Oh, we will never ever be apart. Set aside.
Okay, I can't show you all of that or else I might get in trouble, but so this is the Cinderella Phenomenon. As you can tell, these are the characters I've dated. This is the only one I have not. So he is based on Beauty and the Beast. He's based on Little Red Riding Hood. He's based on Peter Pan. And then he's based on Ariel, like the Little Mermaid. There's a happy ending and there's a sad ending. You play as this character, and she's a princess who is interesting. Let's put it that way. She's kind of a jerk at the start of the game, but she becomes better as the game goes on. So I don't really like her at the start, but she gets better as the game goes on. So let's see here. I'm just gonna start. I'm not gonna play a whole thing. I'm just gonna play a little bit. Recommend viewing the tutorial of this for the first time playing a Ren'Py visual novel. Would you like to view the tutorial? No. Once upon a time, in a kingdom far, far away, there was two crystals. One was the Crystallum Lucas, protected by the rule of the fairies, and the other was the Crystallum Tenbrarium, which was watched over by the high leader of the witches. Lucas was sustained by love, happiness, and joy. The Tenbrarium by fear and anger and hatred. The fairies and witches lived in harmony with the humans of the kingdom. They regulated the powers of the crystals in order to maintain balance between darkness and light. But there can be no joy without sadness, no courage without fear. The kingdom was at peace for a time. Then one day, a traveling bard decided to watch stories, tales of the magic and wonders of the kingdom. He named these stories fairy tales. In fairy tales, the light always emerged victorious, and true love was the usual reward. Fairy tales spread further than could have been predicted. The humans of the kingdom began to believe that fairy tales were true, and that the magic of the witches was inherently wicked and cruel. Witches became hated and feared. Eventually, they were hunted like animals. The witch hunt. The high leader of the witches, in all her anger, created the fairy tale curse. You think we are wicked? So be it. Just as you have taken our happily ever afters, we shall take yours. The witches used the fairy tale curse to attack humans indiscriminately, ultimately throwing the kingdom into chaos and darkness. The ruler of the fairies, the Lucas Bear, sought to regain peace, but the witches were blinded by their hatred for humans who were responsible for the witch genocide. A terrible war, the Great War, began. Eventually, the Tenbrarium bearer, the high leader of the witches, was finally defeated. The Tenbrarium was lost. Peace was restored, and the light once again triumphed. But darkness can never fully disappear. It awaits in the shadows patiently for when its time will inevitably return. Contract. Sign here. Ice Princess. My name is Peaches Raella Britton, daughter of King Gennaro Brighton III. I am the crown princess of the kingdom eventually. At least that was who I used to be. But that was before yesterday, when I became a victim of the infamous fairy tale curse. Is there a way I could... Settings. That should be fine. Everyone has forgotten my birthright. Now I am nothing more than a lowly peasant. I feel like I'm stuck in a nightmare. But no, this is my reality now. I still have no idea what I must do to break the curse. Close my eyes to remember that day. I had started out like any other day. Have you heard? Another person was cursed. I'm on my way to the dining hall for breakfast when I stop and listen to the sound of hushed voices. There are two maids sitting next to each other with brooms in hand. These two are slacking off again. That's terrible! What fairy tale curse was it? They say it was Pinocchio. Pinocchio, the fairy tale with the blind boy whose nose grows longer? That's awful. You know, more and more people have been getting cursed lately. I think those wicked witches are up to something again. Thought the fairy tale curses would stop after you-know-who was defeated. You two were hired to work, not talk. Oh, we're sorry, Your Highness. As can only be expected from the likes of them. Another fairy tale curse. Fairy tale curse started spreading even before the Great War began. I do not have much interest in its effects even now. After all, most humans probably deserve to get cursed. The victims are weak. And NGL would be better off without the dead weight. If it were up to Mother, the cursed would have been banished from NGL the instant they fell prey to it. But mother is not here anymore, and she will not come back, ever. Princess, the king and queen are waiting in the dining hall. I'm on my way. So as you can see, she's not a very likable person. The king, Ophelia, and Rudd are all... The king, Ophelia, and Rudd are all present in the dining hall. Someone is conspicuously missing, but I ignore their presence. Absence. Good morning, Peaches. Good morning, Your Majesty. Good morning, Peaches. Peaches. Ophelia. Ophelia Woodensov. Every day I wonder why my father, the king, married a lowly baker. She could never be a true queen, but for she pales in comparison to mother. I take my seat next to the king, then look up at the person sitting opposed to me. We introduce our first dating possibility, which he's Little Mermaid. We are not siblings, though, I mean, I guess you could say that we're technically sister-in-law? No, we're actually not. It's complicated. Basically, he's the son, he has a sister, and he and her are the children of the baker lady that he married, but they're not related to our character in any way. Stepbrother, that's what it was. Rod Windensov, my stepbrother, is bored and quiet as usual. But he has the Little Mermaid curse, so he can't talk. But he is a person you can date. He's actually really nice once you get to know him. He is 2 years my junior and is the younger of Ophelia's children. He's mute and uses a plush toy to voice his thoughts. It was apparently given to him by a fairy. His mind is his own business and is easy to deal with. But his older sister, my eyes go to the empty seat beside him. He's probably the most infuriating person I've ever had the displeasure of knowing. I'm so sorry I'm late. I was reading and forgot the time. And here she is. Good morning, dear father. Mother. I think her name is Amelia Olagine. Good morning to you, Few Peaches. It's a beautiful morning, isn't it? Milligine Woodensov, Rudd's older sister and my stepsister. Checks as if we are blood, as if she too were born a princess, as if she could be crowned princess, perhaps steal my place. I will never let that happen. Now that everyone is here, let us begin. Brothers glide inside with silver trays to carefully serve us breakfast. Is Milligine... So Milligine, you were reading fairy tale books that the king brought you? Oh yes, there are so many and they're all so wonderful. Thank you so much, Father. I'm happy that you like them. I love them. It's so strange the library didn't have any of them to begin with. That is because Mother hated them. She had all the books burned. But why? There are such charming stories. Fairy tales mislead humans into believing they can have things they do not deserve. Fame, riches, love, happily ever afters. And when their wishes do not come to fruition exactly as they want them to, humans blame the witches for granting them in the first place. What are you implying about the witches, Peaches? The atmosphere shifts, the air in the room growing heavily. I continue to eat. Perhaps witches are not responsible for the evil in this world. Perhaps humans are the cause of their own downfall. Have you any idea what you're talking about? Witches have caused nothing but pain and suffering to this kingdom. Even now, they all spread the fairy tale curse to our innocent subjects. The truth is, I know very little about the time the witches had free reign over NGL. I was very young then, and Mother forbade me to leave the palace, sometimes even my room. I know nothing of the people's supposed pain and suffering. Mother kept me away from everyone, and so I cannot bring myself to care. How do you know the cursed are innocent? Our people have been toiling day and night to rebuild the music after the Great War. Our people are the kingdom's foundation, and I'm endlessly grateful for their determination and resolve. Every day I wonder what your mother taught you about. Leave Mother out of this. Dear, please. Peaches, darling, your father didn't mean to. I'm not one of your children, Ophelia. I do not need your sympathy. Peaches, you will show your mother respect. She is not my mother. I set down my fork and knife and stand up. I'm done. Excuse me. My father and I have never got on, but our relationship was significantly worsened since he married the baker. My father, the king, has been 17 years. It has been 17 years, and I have never felt any love from him. He treats Milligine and Rudd and Red, who only entered our life a year ago, like his own children, better than he has ever treated me. This has been my life ever since Mother passed away 4 years ago. Mother was the only one that was there for me when no one else was. If it wasn't for the incident of the Great War, she would still be here. Why the sour face so early in the morning, Princess? And this is our trusted best friend knight and candidate number 2. Let me guess. It's the king, the queen, and Princess Ameligine? Or is it all of them? I ignore his question. Fritz, what are you doing here so early? I'm running some errands for my father. Fitzgerald Aideen Liverton, son of the highest knight of the Order of Caldera. His father, Sir Alacaster, has served the royal family for many years. Sir Alacaster is one of the king's most trusted advisors. 3 years ago, Fritz was assigned the honor of becoming my personal knight. His presence is the only company I can tolerate nowadays. He should wait in the throne room, then. He's actually rather charming. Thank you. Princess? Yes? You know I haven't seen you smile once since I met you. Why is that of any importance? Still, I do hope to see you smile one day, Princess. Well, I won't take up more of your time. I'll see you at 10. 10? Don't tell me you've forgotten. Forgotten what? We're going to town today, remember? I deflate as the realization dawns upon me. It has been 2 days since the king issued the order. I would like you to accompany Ameligine on one of our town outings. Surely you could send maids with her instead. I would not have requested you to accompany her if I was going to send her with her maids. I want you to make an effort to get along with your sister. Stepsister. She's your sister, and you will treat her and Red as if they were of your blood. Okay. 2 days from now, you're going to accompany Ameligine outside. It has been 4 years since you last left the palace. Ever since then, you have locked yourself away. You really leave your room. Engiel, it was in the grip of war back then, but now the kingdom is safe and back to the former glory. I want you to see how beautiful and Ameligine really is. Peaches, a princess must know her kingdom. Go with Ameligine, and she will show you the town that you only ever see through your windows. Is that an order? If it needs to be. Are we clear? Peaches. Understood. The last time I left the palace was 4 years ago, when the king took me with him to check on the people after the Great War had ended. I shook my head, removing myself from the memory. I am safe here. Princess, are you alright? It won't be that bad. The townsfolk are good people. How can you be so sure? Times have changed. People change. That is precisely the problem. Mother never changed. Mother loved me until the end. Sometimes changes for the better, Princess. I think you'll see that today. If you'll excuse me, I shall see you later. And this is my character's room. It's so lovely. Delora, do you think witches are capable of bringing back the dead? No, she could talk to me. You and the others. My dolls are my only friends. They are the only ones I can trust. Unlike humans, they will never betray me. They will never hurt me. They will always be there for me. The moment I saw Delora, I knew she was special. She was different, so elegant and realistic. It was almost as if she was breathing. She was a gift from the king on my 17th birthday. I only started receiving dolls from him when Mother passed away. Mother does not believe in birthday celebrations, but every year at midnight a letter would appear under my door. It would contain instructions leading me through the palace on an adventure to a room filled with gifts, cakes, and sweets. A child's dream. I'm fascinated by the dolls, which had always held a little greeting card. A card with the words, I love you on it. Signed by M. The card would tell me to keep those celebrations in special secret, but I didn't need to be told that. Mother always found a way to show me she still cared. Spoiler alert, it wasn't her mom that gave her those dolls. In her own way. Those secret celebration had stopped as soon as she had disappeared. Yes? Excuse me, Your Highness, the king has requested your presence. This better not be another lecture. Tell him I'm on my way. I'll see you later, Delora. I won't play much. I don't want to waste you guys' time with a Fritzy, with a dating game. But this is a free dating game on Steam if you guys are into that. Oh. This guy is creepy! Okay, sorry. I don't like this guy. He's so creepy. Good morning, Your Highness. Sir Mithros, the royal advisor. Father trusts him a great deal. Just like he does Sir Alacaster. Every day you look more and more like your mother. I sometimes find Sir Mithras talking in Mother's portrait when he thinks no one is looking. I must have admired her a lot, but I cannot bring myself to think highly of him. There is something about him that puts me on edge. Are you on your way to see the king? I shall not keep you then. Until our next meeting, dear princess. Your Majesty. Peaches, are you ready? You will enjoy this, Peaches. I've heard the toy shop has lovely dolls. This will be good for you. You will get to know your sister better, and you will be able to interact with and learn about the people of about our subjects. I will learn anything I do not already know. Why do you always believe that the people around you are incapable of good? Because I've seen how quickly people betray and manipulate each other to get what they want. Mother warned me about human nature. You do not see clearly, Peaches. If you would only open your eyes, you would be able to see how good people really are. I believe I'm already quite capable of seeing the true nature of people. After all, I've seen that there is no good in you, which is not true! Peaches, where were you when I needed you for 4 years ago? Where have you been ever since? Back then, I'd been overthrown with grief and pain. I just lost Mother, my entire world. I hoped that maybe when he would have shown me love and compassion. Even just a hug to let me know someone was there. It had been a childish hope. I had been left alone. I did not see him for months. I barely even heard his voice. You cannot rely on anyone but yourself. You cannot trust anyone but yourself. This is what you have taught me, Your Majesty. I know that I've hurt you. I know that there's nothing I can do to atone for what I did. Please, a feeling hurt children are not a part of that. They do not deserve to be hated. In the end, they still matter more to him than I ever did. Peaches, enough. I've already said I will go. Everyone is waiting outside. I shudder at the thought of leaving the palace after so many years. Peaches, it will be okay. How can you be so sure? Thank you for agreeing to accompany I would not disobey an order from the king. I can't say half these names. Please forgive me. Excuse me. Alright, we're running low on time, so I'm gonna have to cut this off here. Well, these are my other plays, obviously. Okay. If you guys like this game, please go play it. It is called The Cinderella Phenomenon. It's a really good Atomi game. I do have to let you know that you have to date at least 3 of the base characters before you can date Waltz or Fritz. Oh wait, no, you have to date... Yeah, you have to date at least 3 of the base characters, so you have to date either, the Little Mermaid one, Rumple, Beauty and the Beast one, or, here, let me go to main menu, yes. You have to date him. Oh, you have to date 2 out of the 3 base, excuse me. So you have to either date, him, you have to date 2 out of the 3 base, not these 2. So either, Beauty and the Beast, The Little Mermaid, or Rumpelstiltskin, one of these 3, or 2 of these 3, and then you'll unlock these 2, which is Little Red Riding Hood and Neverland. So if you like that, if you like the Cinderella Phenomenon, please play it. They do have another game, the Cinderella Phenomenon 2 or something like that, but you have to pay for it. I'm sorry, it's not a free game, but if you like the base game enough and you want to play more, then you can buy that game. For now, I'm focusing more on games that you can get for free right now. Alright, so next. That's one of my favorite Atomi games. I might actually play more after this stream. Let's see here, dating. So now we have 2 more. We're down to the last 2. There there's this game that I found on Steam. I've never heard of it at all. I think I just downloaded it because I was looking through the Steam store trying to find games that I could play. Like, you know, because I only had 3 that I could think of, and I wanted to do up to 6. So, this is a game called Mansion of Madness. I know nothing about it. Windowed. Play. Game capture. Okay. Specific window. Mansion. Oh! Okay, so apparently you need the board game in order to play this game. Interesting. Okay, so I don't really know anything about this, so I don't know how this works. Select a scenario. After a rash of disappearances, your investigation brings you to the Vanderbilt Mansion during a meeting of a particular astronomical society. Can you unravel the mystery before the Circle of Eternity turns once more? Smith, the Shattered Bonds, Rising Tide. Cult of Sentinel Hill. Lies Within. Venus of Silver Manor. Vengeful Impulses. Reflections. Astral Alchemy. Gangs of Arkham. Ill-Fated Exhibit. There's a lot here. Okay, it looks like you can play up to the first 4 without having to really need the physical component. So I'm going to play the easiest difficulty. I'm going to select my investigators. So let's see here. We have Agatha Crane, Carson Sinclair, Father Madio, Min Tai Fon, I feel so bad, Preston Fairmont, Rita Young, Wendy Adams, and William Yorick. Let's go with Wendy Adams. And then I'll do Father Madio, just to have some variation. Then this scenario with the following. Each investigator begins with 2 clues. The cross, the kerosene lantern, machete, whiskey, fleshboard. Okay, continue setup. Okay. That is not dead, which can eternally lie. And with strange eons, even death may die. H.P. Lovecraft, The Nameless City. Huh. So this must be like an H.P. Lovecraft inspired kind of game. It looks like it's very board game based.
You slump into your office chair after another long day of interviews. You've been investigating the disappearances surrounding a wealthy neighborhood for 2 weeks, but you have nothing to show for it. The telephone rings. You answer, and hear the panicked voice of an older man.
Is this the investigator who visited the Vanderbilt estate?
You flip through the files on your desk. William Vanderbilt, a wealthy bachelor, mother recently deceased. He has refused to meet with you, but you were able to speak to several members of his serving staff.
This is Eugene, Mr. Vanderbilt's butler. I didn't know who else to call. The police think I'm crazy. Unnatural things have started happening here. I'm worried for my master. I think he's in danger. Please, help.
Finally, a lead. You hang up the phone, throw on your coat, and leave for the Vanderbilt estate.
Interesting. Your car rattles up the uneven drive, pulling to a stop in front of the estate. Several cars and carriages are parked along the drive. However, the butler can contact you, so who contact you is nowhere to be seen. You knock on the large oak door to no response. Fearing something has happened, you try the handle and the door swings open into a lavish entryway. Place the lobby tile and walls as indicated. You step into the warmth of the house. A strange stillness hangs in the air, and your footsteps echo through the quiet entrance. Place your investigator fingers as indicated. In the middle of the lobby sits a table with a small pile of papers. Place a search token as indicated. Interesting. A table with a telephone sits at the top of the staircase on the right. Place a search token as indicated. Mysterious painting of nighttime landscapes looms over the lobby staircase. Place a search token as indicated. The silence is broken by the ruffled shouts and sounds of crashing pots and pans coming from the door on your right. Place an enter token at this as indicated. You notice a shelf stacked with books and other objects nearby. Pushing it in front of the door would prevent someone or something from coming through. Place a barricade as indicated. 3 other doors lead into the mansion. Place exploitations as indicated. Investigators phase. Interesting. Okay. Huh. No. We want to go here. You're on the other side of this door shouting the crowds. Is that hissing? Let's explore it, because I'm willing to go into a death sentence. Door swings open to reveal a dining room in chaos. An aging man in a tailcoat scrambles through a serving window into the kitchen as he tries to escape a strange black creature breathing in the room table. Discard this explore token and place the dining room tile. Creature turns to face you. Its black serpentine body shifts and changes, playing tricks on your eyes as you try to focus on it. The creature unfurls its leathery wings and unleashes a blood-curdling screech. Spawn a hunting horror as indicated, then suffer 2 more. In the center of the dining table, a carving knife sits embedded in. Okay, so it looks like this mostly relies on the tabletop game to really play the game, but it looks like you can actually play at least 1 through 4 of the chapters without totally needing the board. So that's kind of a little taste into what that's like. I'm going to put that in horror. I'm actually going to probably try that a little later. Alright, so next and finally, remove this. Remove this. Okay. And now we're going to play this. So this is my last one on the docket. I'm sorry, it's going to go a little over time. I'm already playing for 2 hours, which is just bad. Because I only play for an hour. I've been thinking about extending it, but I don't think I'm going to extend it just yet. I'm going to wait till my fiance moves in before I start playing more than an hour, more than 2 hours. I decided I'd play for at least 2 hours today because then I could, excuse me. I apologize. Because, then I could, like, play the 6 games that I wanted to play, or show the 6 games that I wanted to show. And there's a lot more games. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot more games. I'm just showing the ones that I thought would be cool. Interesting. So I don't know anything about this game. Full moon. There's no save did. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I like that. Can I turn the music down just a little bit? Adventure mode? Ooh! Red Riding Hood and her grandmother relied on each other for living and was often bullied by boys. As a result, she did not have many happy memories of her childhood. However, she has learned to use her brain and her fists to survive. Nice! The Red Riding Hood has long been the only girl who has dared go into the forest with hunters. Over time, she became more agile and earned more gold from her prey. Perhaps one day she will achieve her dream of building her grandmother a house, no longer be cold and hungry. Oh! Oh, I get to choose! Oh, that's kind of cool! Oh, wow! This is kind of cool. Okay, so you can be a witch. Even though the study of black magic is strictly prohibited in town, Little Red Riding Hood's curiosity cannot be suppressed. What's even more surprising is that the witch has had great patience in her guidance of the girl. She could be a nun, which I guess is like a healer. She could be a ranger, or you can be a knight. Any else? Okay. I think I'll be a knight for difficulty reasons. Normal, start. Ooh, beautiful graphics. Okay. You just about make out a strange man holding a pocket watch. My god, goods are all fantastic quality at low prices. Safe like sleeping.
Sleep.
I'd rather fight this guy. Okay, so it's kind of like a Hearthstone thing. There we go. End turn. He did! Victory! Okay, so I guess this is kind of what the game is about, it looks like. Let's enter here. Let's see what this guy has to offer.
You will find what you need.
Yeah, sure, I'll get this one.
I would like to show you my ancestral pocket watch.
Yeah, sure, I'll
You have
wish.
a brave heart.
Gift cards! Vigilant Eco. Sure, I'll get this one. Get the first card the enemy plays during each combat. Yeah, sure, why not? The best chests are those that are unopened. Start of your turn, gain armor ×3. Get up. Click on the cross in the upper right corner to leave the event.
I am not Sleep.
Yeah, sure, I'll fight you.
Go to the dream world.
Either way, he was done for.
What we are experiencing is not a dream.
How do you wake up? Who's the dreamer?
To the dark forest. You will find your answer.
Cool. So this game is kind of cool. Can I get... Yeah, I want health.
Finish them all soon, and come home early. It's late. What are you doing here?
one. So I don't know what I'm doing half the time. Okay, cool. Gotcha.
Jerry's gone missing too. Come home with me. I'll help you search for Grandma in the morning.
Why did I get -1 courage?
Hush, stay still. Some people sent me to guard this field.
My turn. Interesting. So this is kind of what it looks like the game is. Alright. So I'm gonna leave now. Yes, confirm. So that game is called The Night of the Full Moon. It is a cute little game. There's some Japanese writing in it as well. So with that, I'm gonna end my stream because that was everything that was on my docket. Those are the 6 games that were my picks for this week of a collection of indie games that you can get on Steam for free. If you liked any of them, please let me know. If you guys get any of them, let me know in future streams. Thanks, then SHN. Thank you for stopping by. I don't know if you're still here, but thank you for stopping by. With that, we are finished. So I hope you guys have a good day.